Hey everyone, cncHD here and welcome back to another World Builder tutorial. In StarCraft there is a popular game mode called Income Wars. Thank you John Megacycle for helping me out with this format and pointing me into this direction. I have looked into it quite a bit and I decided to bring this into Command & Conquer General's 0 Hour. This will be my diary for making this mission. You can use this diary to maybe get some ideas on how to build mission maps, how to script things. I'm not the best scripter, but I think I have quite a few ideas on how to do things. So let's get into it and start with the basic map layout. I have chosen the following statistics, not statistics, but the layout. You get what I mean. The map size. So you have 250 on the X and 200 on the Y. So let's go with this size, and the concept is that we have blah 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 blah. I can't speak anymore. We will have 2 command centers, and let's start off with a civilian player. This will be PvP only, no bot. Hangar. Okay, you need to place down a civilian building to actually spawn on the civilian player. There we go. Maybe we'll use this building for later. It looks like a nice building I want to have in this map, so let's save it for later. And now I'd place down 2 command centers. It's raining outside, it's so refreshing. Where was I? I was outside listening to the rain. So, yeah, command center. So we need a command center, which we do have. Here we have the command center. Let's also put on some music, so it's not so quiet in the back. Maybe let's make it a bit louder. Yeah, like that. So we need the command center. For the civilian. There we go. Place it down on each side. On the left. There we go. There on the left. And on the right. I want it perfectly aligned with the right side, but we will deal with this later on. Actually, let's place down waypoints to measure. So 1 to each corner. And 1 to this corner. There we go. Line them up. Okay. So here on the left we do have the command center. On the right side we do have the command center. They're sort of in the middle. Let's make it more clear that this is the middle. We can also toggle on the lock angle. So this will go as a straight line. We can see this right there. So straight line. Bring them down here and up there. So we have a basic idea where the middle is. And you go up there. All right. Actually, the music is a bit distracting. If you want to have music, you can put it on by yourself in the back or whatever you like to listen to. It's a bit distracting for me. So we do have to we have determined the middle now, and the command centers need to be here. There's the middle, and there's the middle. So they are perfectly aligned on the middle. And then we need to have the right measurement on the left and on the right to the borderline. For that we have a ruler tool. So if we go by this, the edge to this edge, we have 248 feet. It says it here on the bottom. 248. Let's do the same here on the left. Needs to be here. There. Yes, correct. Okay, command center needs to stay here. Oh, there's so much rain coming down in the outside. I was on the balcony and so much rain comes down. It's so refreshing. I like to listen to rain, but I like to listen to thunderstorm more. I like thunderstorms. Okay, so we will have ramps. So let's raise this level here with the height brush. We raise the level. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's put on the lock angle. We will need this. Increase the brush width to like 30. That looks fine. You can also do like 80. We need a big brush. And let's make the height 150. Should be fine. So that the command center is just on the edge. Yeah, like that. Like this. Excellent. And now the same on the left. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened there? There. There. Okay. Yeah, this looks fine. Fine by me. Okay. Is it about the space? So let's go into the detail. Make the brush a bit smaller. We have this little size on the right. I think it's too tiny. Let's increase this to 10. Make this a bit bigger. I do feel it needs to be a bit bigger. Well, let's work with this for now. And we need a huge ramp going down to the bottom. We also need more height here. Let's make it another 60 width. Like so. Down to the bottom. Blop. And here on the right as well. This size? Yes. Okay. There we go. Now we have this small battlefield. I think it's a bit too small. Let's actually check. So if we place down a few units of America for the measurement. I have a few Crusaders here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's okay. That should be fine. Okay. What is the measurement here with that thing? Should be okay. Maybe a bit on the left too much. So if I go down here to 50 and I make this one a bit smaller, a bit bigger, I mean, like that. Yes, that should be fine. And let's increase this here as well. Oh, I think that was yeah, it's the right height. Right height. Alright. This is a bit bigger now. Let's also make this a bit bigger now here. I think that's too big. Nah, it's alright. It's fine. So, let's do the ramp. 100, 200, 300. 300 ramp. Yeah, perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. A big ramp down to the bottom. Bam! That doesn't look very nice, but it will look better later. And same down here. Okay, not exactly like that, but like that. Ah, because I have the lock angle tool on, that is why it looks so stupid. Zup. Big fat ramp. Like so. Excellent. Left one is a bit bigger than the right one. Oh. It will fix itself later. Then we go to the smoothen tool, which is there. Smooth height. And we smooth this out. So it doesn't look so nasty. Don't want to have it like that with the big ugly edges. I think this is fine. Let me do the rest. 1 second. Okay, the mountains are smoothed out. It looks way better now. Some edges are a bit more stitchy, but I think it will be okay. Now we need a texturing. I was thinking something like grass, but I have the Income Wars map in front of me. 1 second. So this is how the Income War map looks. So it's very grassy. Here we have the unit tab where we can select the purchases, which we have. And the map looks like that. So it's very grassy. It has a bunker in the middle. If you destroy it, it gives you money. And also units are automatically put in. I like that concept. And I will also do this. Let's check the middle a little bit more. It's just plain grass. So we will use grass. The outside is just roads. So not much texturing going on here, but more scripting stuff. We will use that. So we have here the little roads. We will also use them, and the rest is roads and grass. All right, now we know that. Let's search for a good grass texture. You go to the large tile, and there you go to the grass. Here you have grass accent. And you just search for a good grass you like to see. Just paint it down a little bit, see if it suits you, and if not, then go for a grassy texture. You can also use the flood fill to determine how good it looks. And yeah, let me quickly find a good grass texture. Okay, I've decided that this will be my main grass texture. It's the residential one, 2% grass medium type 21. This will be my basic one. So let's use the flood fill and fill everything just with this basic texture. Actually, yeah, let's do it like this. And I like to have a palette in the background. So if I choose just another texture and I paint something down here in the back, like that, this will be my palette. And then I use this texture and do a little blob with like 3. And bam. Then I have here my texture, and I can use the eyedropper. The top here, this one, the eyedropper, to select my texture. This is a bit plain and simple. We will change this later. For the cliff, we use another texture. Let me quickly find one. Here I've decided to choose this texture. This is under Mountain Rugged and 2% Cliff Medium Type 17. This is for my cliff. And then we just bring this here on our palette to remember it. And paint the whole mountain with it. Okay, it's textured. It's just very basic and simple. We don't put so much effort into here as it's just an arcade map. And it's not about the texturing, but more about the arcade itself. And once this texturing here is done, we use the auto edge out tool and we auto edge out the cliff. Look like that. And because this one texture looks stupid and ugly, we put another texture into it. And I've decided that this will be our second texture, the 2% Cliff Medium Type 15B beneath Mountain Rugged. And we just put this in like that, little line, and we auto edge out it, and it will smooth in like that. Let's do it for the mountain here, a bit of random texturing like that. Okay, that is done. It will now look like that. Very basic and simple, nothing too crazy here going on. And now with the grass texture, we saw in the video that we have little road here, so we'll use a concrete texture. We have this under residential, I believe. No, actually not, but here under... let me quickly find it. Concrete, it's just concrete. Okay, so here under concrete, we have the white concrete. Looks like this. This one, and we have a little bit more into the gray. I want something more gray. I believe this one looks good. And we have this, and this is very gray. Dark gray. And we have this, and this, and this is more for snow. Take a look at the video. We have the road here. And then we have the road. I would say this one on the top right. But the top left also looks good. More of the right. Yeah, this one. This one right here. We're going with this texture. And also remember to put in this one on the palette, so we do not forget. And this one will be used for the road. Let's remove this crap and paint the road with the bunker. Boop. We use the log angle tool to paint it nicely. Like 20 here for the command center. Like that. And same here. Oh, I actually need to get a good measurement here. So both sides are looking equal. But I guess if the left is a bit not synchronized with the right, it's okay. They must at least hit the ramp, which they do. This one hits the ramp. This one also now hits the ramp. Okay, now to the middle part with the size of 7. Let's make it 9. Bring this down here. And bring this down here. This should be the same. Yeah, this is the same direction. Perfect. And this one needs perfect measurement to have fair flanks. So on the left, from start to finish, we have 527 feet. And on the right, from start to finish, we have 545. So the right is a bit longer. Let's make it the same size. This would be the perfect size. Now it's equal. And here we put down a little bunker. Don't know if they have put in decoration. They have. So let's make a bit of decoration here. Let's make it like 16. 18. Oof. And oof. I think this is not synchronized. This should be. Not exactly. One to the left. Now it's synchronized. How about the measurement? Now that I have to apply this one. This goes 621. And this goes 621. Okay, both are the same length. Excellent. So there will be the bunkers. And here in the middle we do have the tanks. Would have been nice if I had more space here in between. But it is what it is now. Just a test map. It's perfect. If it's great to play on, then I can always make it better. So let's put a little decoration in the middle, like with the size of 5. Bit more darker tone, like we can see in here. Darker would be this one. It's not really that dark. That's a bit darker. Not much. Maybe if you use asphalt. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this one. Same on the right side. The feeling the right is a bit bigger than the left. I have the feeling of that. Okay, so this one is here. Yeah. No, both are the same size. Both are the same size. Okay. And here goes our bunker. We have a bunker. It's called civilian bunker. We can also use a normal bunker or a China infantry bunker. I believe the China infantry bunker is a bit heavy. With 10 troops inside. I think it's way too heavy. We need a 5-man bunker. So let's use a China bunker. Under the Place Objects tab, go to China, Structure, China Bunker, Civilian, and place down a bunker. And this one will have increased HP, so not 100%, but it will have other, let's say 20,000. We need to test this later. This is too much. And let's bring this over to the right side. And change the direction. Angle 90. Nope. 45. Nope. 90. It's also not 90. I want this direction. Minus 45. Okay, that will be the direction. And they placed in the strips. We can also do that. For that, we will auto edge out this first. Boom. But this looks stupid. Let's not do this. Go here to the roads. There we have the caution arrow yellow. And it looks like this. And we paint this in with an angled direction on there, on the corner type. Let's do a few corners here. Like so. Okay. Left, on the right. It's not super perfect. It looks alright. I don't like these straight lines here. It's super plain. I want actually more detail here on these roads. What I could do is I could paint down a single white line. Oops, not like that, but more like this. I could do something like that. Or I add in a sidewalk, which I like more. So let's add in a sidewalk and paint this down on the sides here. So that will look like this. Okay, this will look like this then. I think it's missing a bit more detail. On the left the same. What we can do is bring a bit more detail here into the ground. So we can put in something like, I don't know, little stripe in here. Or however it is called, I don't know. Let's see how this looks. And if we auto edge out this one, that looks okay. That looks okay. And let's do the same thing on the right. So just a little line. And a little line down here, and boom. Gives it a bit more effect. And we can also bring in more lines to make it look a bit better. Let me see. So these are dirt tracks. With no number, just dirt tracks. And you can tell already here that the right ramp is too far away and the left ramp, it has not the same measurement. I don't think it will be that much of a problem, but usually in these type of maps you need perfect alignment to not unbalance one spot to another. I will now call it fine, but if you want to have it in a perfect world, you should now take action, make sure that both have the same measurement. I just noticed this. And we can do it like this. We can also put an end cap and or join to different road. This will smooth it out a bit on the end. Like so. It's not much of a difference, but it's a little difference. But yeah, not much. And then we can think of another detail here. Went with an arrow. An arrow always works. Just point an arrow to the other side of the map to show the direction your units are walking to. Yeah, for now I think this is okay. We can put in more details later, but for now this is okay. For the grass texture, we just go here, search for the paint for the grass texture, do another one and see how this looks next to it. This one looks a bit dry. Maybe it will fill in. Not directly, looks a bit like a dirt path. So you need to try around here with this, maybe something like that. Oh, I still have the lock angle on. This looks stupid. Maybe will look good next to the cliff if I paint it here. This looks ugly. Yeah, this is a try and error. You just need to play around with this and see what looks good. I mean, we can also just leave this blank now for now, as it's just a test. We want to have the scripting down, but we can do the texturing later. So we will call this one Income Wars. There we go, this one. Replace it. And yeah, so far for that, the command centers are placed. We will align them here with the direction. So this one faces into the right, 180 degree in the minus. And here we have 0. Like that. And then the units battle each other in the middle. This will look like that if you take a look here on the command centers. 1 second. There we have it. Yeah, it's just plain and simple. The units spawn here next to the command center, they run out and they battle each other in the middle. Now the interesting part now is the spawn, where the magic happens. We have an income. You can see it here on the top right. I'm not sure if you can see it on the device you're watching this video with. But here on the top, it says income of 354. Every 30 seconds, you get an income of 354. And you increase your income by purchasing units. This Marauder here, for example, this one here right there, I'm not sure if you can see the mouse cursor or not. This one will give you an income of 9 if you purchase it. Costs 45 minerals, but it will give you an income of 9. Okay, so this is what I want to have on the top left. So here's our selection screen. Let's bring this to the top. 30 with the lock angle. Bring this here. This is for the left players. So this is player 1 and 2. I want to have it up to 4 players maybe. Yeah, 4 players, 2v2 then. This is the top guy. And here on the bottom we will have the bottom guy. Let's align this. It doesn't look that stupid. So is this aligned? Yes, it is aligned. And you have just this tiny space to the bottom. It's whatever. Let's do it like that. And you go here. So this is the purchasing area for player 1 and 2 on the left. And on the top we do the same. Like so. Just dump ideas. We can correct them later. Okay. Will look like this then. Okay. Now we are player 1. We want to have the command center if we are playing as player 1. Player 1 always starts here on the left. So for that we need to name the command center. We name it player 1 cc. How do I do this? Yeah, so this is player 1 cc. It will go into the owning of player 1 if he joins in. Player 1 will have his vision here on the top and player 2 will have it on the bottom. For that, we will place down a super unit for player 1. Let's also place down player 1. New player, faction America, and this is player 1. Set name, display name player 1. Blue, who cares? And okay. So let's give him the super unit, the one which will choose everything. And the super unit will be an officer. Not the CIA officer, but actually an officer. Maybe a pilot? Ranger? I mean, there are really cool units here you can choose from. An officer would be the right choice in my opinion. Yeah, CIA officer. Everybody likes the CIA officer, so we are placing him down. So this is a super unit for player 1. And player 1 is player controlled. If you uncheck this, if you leave it unchecked, then we are this player 1. Okay, so we start here at the top. Let's also keep on saving the map so we don't lose any progress. And now we need to tell the game if we join in as player 1, this command center will go to our belonging. For this, we go to the script, player 1, new script, and we let me actually check this so I explain it right. Okay, this was unnecessarily complicated. I played around here like 20-30 minutes to figure it out. Good thing I paused. So what you need to do is you actually need to go into the player list, click on add skirmish players. This will add all the skirmish players. Don't do the player 1 stuff I just showed you. If I showed you, I don't know, I can't remember anymore. But you need to have it like this. And then you name your unit. For example, here I have Bob. Bob will be the super unit. And the command center is named CC. Here, player 1 CC. Then you go to the scripts. You go to player civilian. And I have created a setup. I don't think you need a timer for that. So let's disable this. And let's make this if true. And it should still work. Let's check if this works. And then I explain it. 1 second. Okay, this totally works, but this adds the stupid thing there on the top now.
Yes.
So this guy must be something special as he adds this special text there on the top.
Let's go.
But we got the command center as intended, and we got the unit, and I now show you how to do it, and we'll change the unit because this text there on the top is stupid. Okay, Bob is a pilot now. I've replaced him with a pilot. So what you do is you create a script. You can leave this like this: active, deactivate upon success, evaluate script every frame, and it is a true condition if true. And you go to actions if true, transfer control, transfer specific unit to the control of a player, choose the unit, so Bob and player 1 CC, these two, and then to player 0. Player 0 is not listed in here, you need to type it in manually. Player 0 is actually player 1 in the lobby. So type in player 0 like that, you see it like that, type it in like that. And this way you will get the control of Bob and the command center. Player 2 who joins in will then get Bob on the bottom side, and the other Bobs go to player 3 and 4. Okay, since I had to look this up for so long, I will end this video here now. the first diary, and yeah, it's super late here. I need to go to bed. Alarm clock is going to activate in 5 hours. So we see us in the next video. Thank you for watching. In the next session, we will bring in stuff which Bob adds. So we click Bob, and Bob will spawn in units, which then drive here to the middle and attack the CC of the enemy. It is happening like that. The units come in here. One second. There, the units come in and they go here to the right. They attack the bunker and yeah, they do stuff. They attack. They do stuff. They go here in the bunker and they attack stuff. They kill the command center here. We see it like that. So stay tuned for that. See you in the next video. Your cncHD. Goodbye.